I'm super fly. Smoking on that gas, got me super high. Always take a slice if your bitch a cutie pie. French kiss the French bitch, get that ooh la la. Child, don't rent if you can buy. They say time is money, went and bought a autumn wine. The way I hit the flow, you would think I couldn't walk. Then I beat them pussy.
Welcome to Right Side Radio, DotKom, flying solo today. And I gotta put a disclaimer on here. Well, man, would you like to do it? I'm probably fuck it up.
Should I do my my patented?
It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, Right Side Radio is entertainment for adults by adults, and the views and opinions expressed here do not reflect upon FXBG Public Radio or its sponsors. For additional information, please refer to the United States Bill of Rights. Stand warned.
And with that being said, fuck you and happy Friday, goddamn.
Friday.
And it's me for the Dolo today. Everybody, I literally don't know where nobody is. I don't know. It's one of them Fridays. It's one of the Fridays that I normally wouldn't have showed up myself, but was like, I'm just gonna show up. So I guess I was the only one who didn't get the agenda of no call, no show today. Today was a no call, no show day, but I'm here, and it's Friday, and it's a good Friday. They want to impeach Trump, so that makes the world a little bit a better place. And I hope everybody's happy with that. And we're gonna ramble on some stuff. I guess we're gonna start off with like, I don't know, maybe like the week. Start off with my week, which was a fucking crazy ass week.
What happened?
There's so much stuff. It's like, how do you touch on one topic without touching on a million topics? And then there's some topics that I can't even fucking touch on because so much shit happened. On the bright side, I made like 17 new songs this week for another mixtape that I'm about to have come out on the 31st of October. So shout out to that. I think it's called Blessings from Sins. So that's about to come out. That's about to be crazy. And I said I was gonna say this. Shout out to Lil Baby for taking my song off Spinderella. Thank you. That was some bullshit. So if anybody had got my last mixtape last week, let me tell y'all what happened. So the song originated from it was a Doritos thing called Spark the Beat. So they emailed me the fucking song. Like they emailed me to email them to do the song. And it was like a chance to win and all this shit. And I ain't care about the win and none of that. So they sent the song, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna just do the song. So I did the song. And if you go on Instagram and literally hashtag Spark the Beat, you will see like thousands of people getting on this song. Like a minute's worth of the song.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I'm going to do the song too. Fuck it, I'm going to do the song too. I'm not going to enter it in a contest, nothing. I'm just going to do the song. And I'm going to put the song out.
Right.
They was like, oh, you can't put the song out. We got to wait. And da-da-da-da. So I'm like, all right. So I'm waiting. So in the process of me waiting, I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. I did a whole nother verse to the song. And I did the verse where the lines in the... Actually, you know what? Fuck it. They don't want me to play it, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play...
What's the name of the song?
The song is called Spark the Beat. It's on my my last mixtape I just did. And I'm going to play the verse... I think I have them both. The verse that I did that was specifically for the song, and in the process of me waiting for the confirmation that I could put the song out, I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just do a verse for the Doritos. Like, I'm waiting for it, so I did 2 verses for this fucking song. So the one I did for the Doritos, they smoothed and added, like, cause they didn't want drug references or some stupid shit like that. But I didn't drug reference. Well, I did. But I did it using Doritos. So it's like, I don't know. It's weird.
Guess I gotta hear it.
Yeah, I actually had to find it first. But they actually denied both of them. The motherfuckers. And then I was like, all right, well, they denied it. Fuck it. You know, I really won't trying to win nothing from that shit or nothing like that. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to put the fucking song on the mixtape. It's for free. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting no profit off of it. I don't know who got in touch with who and who said what to who and what took my shit slam off mixtape fast as fuck. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Nothing. And actually, it's not even on here.
Oh, what a letdown.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. It's on my computer. I normally email the shit to myself, but I don't see it on here.
I'm so disappointed. You built it all up, and now I got nothing.
Well, actually, I have the... What is this? I think I have the actual song I did. Oh, I got it. Oh, that's it. That's the Doritos part. Ain't that a blessing? Okay. So, since now I know I have that, all right. Let me see if I can find the first one. The first one is the one I put on the mixtape. The second one is the one that I waited. Okay, this is the first one. But I'm you might gotta turn it up on yours. Oh shit. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm turning it up.
We global now.
This is the song I put on the mixtape.
In my image, all authentic. I ain't had to put no gimmicks. Multi-millionaire, I'm still rocking biggest.
They took this
just got off the phone with P. Told me you don't got no limit. I'm a superstar, still be in the trenches.
But either way, it's gonna get played. Like I put it on Facebook.
I swear to God, I'm different. 1,000 pair of white Air Force One, sound with finish line.
Shout out to Lil Baby and his team of legal people and whoever you are.
Know what's up, don't play with him. Give me mine. Try to tell them that I was the one. I gave him plenty sign. 40 out of rider, I got them on every wheel. Now I'm having dealings with the Rios. I need my chip. I know if you stay down, you'll go far, go hard.
It's not gonna do nothing but make me more popular.
Like a light from my neck and my wrist.
They're gonna look at it like he's a regular person.
I can't even say how much I'm getting for a show. I be trying to dodge the block, trying to keep it on low. In the studio, I'm going hard, I'm sure I'm about to blow. I just brought the water back to the hood so we can toast. I can't even say how much I'm getting for a show. I be trying to dodge the block, I'm trying to keep it on low. In the studio, I'm going hard, I'm sure I'm about to blow.
That's on the beat, I'm about to coast. I remember being broke, sleeping on my nana floor. Went from posting on the corner to the road, doing shows. Now it's me and Little Baby, so you already know. Put some ice around my neck, I guess that's why they say I'm cold. I won't tell you where I've been, but this is where I'm about to go. I used to dream about a car, but nowadays it's about a boat. Take a private jet to Puerto Rico, no more riding codes. Me, my amigo, his name Rico. If you know it, then you know. Take the money to the laundry, remember we ain't washing clothes. It's the life I had to live, it never was the life I chose. But look how the game changed, now my name's set in stone. RyteSideRadio.com, with the baby, yeah, we own. Private flights and city license, ain't no time to sit at home. Got a brand new Maserati, I just dipped the wheels chrome. Got it all out the mud, so I guess the dirt I own.
Oh, I just brought the water.
So that's the one that I did for the mixtape. And in the process of waiting, I said, fuck it, I'll just do another verse for Doritos.
Stacking up them chips, yeah, them Doritos need that paper Frito. Let me not later, bring it to me, call it cater. Had a dream that I will make it, see I started in the basement. Took a lot of being patient, many years of dedication. They told me stop the beat, I put the fire and I was blazing. Every time they say my name, they gotta say amazing. Won't say where I've been, but I can tell you where I'll take them. Everybody trying to get this cake, I'm about to bake one. Money come blue, that's a big bag of Cool Ranch. Nacho cheese, it's mine's what I'm proving. cruising. Purple bag of blaze, Doritos, the movement. But if you want it flaming hot, trust me, I do this. Fire from the microphone, cause I can't leave the mic alone. You got me in my hyper zone, and for my city, I put on. I'm in the building, hi, I'm home. You gotta smell me like cologne. This fuck the beat is what I'm on. So little baby, sing the song, oh.
I just brought the war back to the hood so we
Both of them.
I can't even say how much I'm getting
Blocked.
for a show. I be trying to dodge the block.
That's weird.
So big shout out to fuck Lil Baby. Cause that's crazy. Like that's
weird.
Yeah.
But you said Doritos rejected it?
Yeah.
What reference? Was it the cake reference?
They didn't give me a specific reason why, but they I'm like, what? Rejected? Like, I literally named every goddamn bag of chips y'all got, Doritos wise.
I'll be honest, it got me thinking about Doritos.
And it's insane. And then you take the original junk I did for the mixtape, you take that off. So I don't know if it was like, oh no, we can't have this. No, we can't have this on. No, you know, I actually can't honestly say I know their intentions. Fuck them.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was the first thing to start this good old week of mine off. You know, that's the first thing.
You don't need Doritos money anymore.
Yeah, no. It'd be nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
It'd be really nice, you know.
I'm gonna see if I can put a little me up here in the corner for those of you watching.
Yeah. Oh, the camera not showing you?
Oh, it does. It's just, you know, I'm ugly. See, so I think I'll just put a little me up in the corner so I don't have to.
You know, it's good though, cause you know normally when we on the show they don't know who's this other guy. Everybody's like madman.
Yeah, I'm the madman.
So that's the guy.
I'm filling in because nobody else showed up.
Nobody showed,
and I know nothing about your music or
yeah. So
or anything.
But you know, this is the level of professionalism where you just gotta go for it. Like,
oh, absolutely.
So
I'm gonna be here anyways.
Yeah. So it's just whatever it is. I don't know. I don't label the shit. I just do the shit. You do all the shit anyway. I just come and talk.
Yeah.
So, you know, what's the difference? Also during the week, let's see what else happened. I kind of, sort of, almost lost my job.
Almost?
Almost, kind of, sort of, quit / lost the job at the same time. I don't know.
Good.
Yeah, because, I mean, well, the last 2 weeks of working, I think I went to work 4 days. 3, maybe, some shit. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. And they still was playing with my coins. And I ain't playing with my coins, so.
You collect coins too?
No, I'm talking about my money.
Oh.
Well,
I collect like foreign coins. I like those.
I save change.
Yeah.
And that's weird. Like, you know, a lot of people don't save change.
I do.
A lot of people don't, though.
I know.
And that's like the weirdest shit because when you really go back and count your change that you don't never think about, it'd be thousands of dollars.
Exactly.
That people don't know. That they like, oh, keep the change or don't worry about it. That shit add up so quickly.
Yeah. I think I learned my lesson in Spain on that because always in America when I grew up here, you know, I would spend the bills, coins go in my pocket, save the coins, count them up later, and then take them to the bank or whatever when you get enough. But when I went to Spain, you go to the ATM, you get all these. This was back before the European Union, so there are pesetas we're getting. And it was like, you know, $1 is like 300 peseta or something like that. So the exchange rate is crazy. So I get these bills, right? And I go out to the bar and I'm buying drinks and I'm handing them bills every time. And every time I hand them a bill, they're handing me a big handful of change. And so I'm just saying, oh, it's just change. It's all less than $1. So I'll stick it. It kind of was less than $1. But anyway, it's just throw it in my pocket.
Yeah.
So by the end of this, it was like 3 or 4 days I spent there in Spain. And so I had this big pocket full of change, and I was broke because I can't spend any more money here in Spain. So because I went to the casino and stuff like that. It's very hard to play craps when speaking Spanish, when everyone's speaking Spanish. And so
they was robbing you then.
No, I was actually winning. I'm pretty good at craps. And so I had this big pocket full of change, and I was like, I can't draw any more money out of the ATM. And so the guys are like, well, come on out with us anyway, and we'll buy you some drinks or something like that. And that's when I start looking at the change. And so, 500 peseta pieces, 250 peseta pieces. And then I'd go, it's like, well, how much for a beer? And, they're like, 300 pesetas. Like, oh, I got like $50 worth of coins in my pocket, in their money, which is thousands of pesetas. And so, oh, I'm not broke, guys. I thought I was broke because all I had was coins left. We're going to pump these 500 peseta pieces into a arcade or something.
I just found out with I looked up, what's that? I guess it's the pound symbol, the L with the lines through it.
L with pounds.
I just figured out what they because they told me 99.99. It was LB 99.99.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, $100. But I looked that up. It's like $123.
Yeah. The pound is more valuable than the dollar.
So their money is more than ours.
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah, not a lot, but
Canada is as well. Slightly more.
Is more?
Yeah. Or less. No, slightly less.
So I need to go try to get some overseas or Canadian money. And then come back here.
No, because the exchange rate is supposed to equal out. Oh. But if you go to a country if you take $50 to, I don't know, Somalia or something like that, you may get stabbed. I mean, even if you had nothing and you went to Somalia, you may get stabbed for that because that's like a fortune because their money is dirt. Yeah, it's a lot of African countries have printed out their currency. These warlords are coming to power and stuff like that, and they just fuck it, I'll just print more money. That's how other countries do it, right? That devalues the currency, and so you go and get a cheeseburger in some of these countries, and it's 15 million of their money just to equal enough to pay for it. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's always why I wanted to go other places, just to be like, all right, I'll go over here with $10,000 and see if I'm rich or if I'm broke, just to see how would they treat me. This is what I have. How good am I over here to you people?
Yeah.
Some places I won't be shit, and some places I'll be like, oh, here's a 5-star hotel. You can give us $100. You're here forever.
When I went to Halifax, there was a casino there, and I won on roulette when I gambled there, and I won 300 Canadian dollars. And I came to my friends. It's like, hey guys, it's our last night. I just won $300 on Black 13 over at the roulette wheel. And they're like, I cleared the table. Everyone got pissed off and left. It was awesome. So I'm gonna go take you all out for dinner. Let's go get a steak. We went out there, and then during the course of the meal, there's 300 Canadian is only 270 American. Yeah, in American. And I was like, no, I don't care. It's 300. But I tell people, it's I won $300 Canadian. So I mean,
it just depends.
Well, I mean. In Spain, you were betting at peseta levels. Mm-hmm. So it was the casino I went to was basically a quarter casino. The slots were the real small coins. Is you go and exchange the chips, and it's basically coins. And so it's 50 cents on red, please. And people are, ooh. I wish I could remember all the because the craps board is the same, it was in English and stuff like that, so it was real easy to follow along in that regard. So,
did you have fun doing that shit?
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I just. And then I heard oh, this is something I want to ask you too, since you've been in that field.
Yeah.
Is it true that a person can sign their child over to the army and their child will be the property of the United States until they're 18?
No.
The property of the army? Or
no. You can enlist, I think it'd be 16 and a half, I want to say. Mm-hmm. Or maybe 17.
Yes, yeah, that's what I mean, though, yeah.
You can enlist, but you need consent from one or both parents.
But they will be, the property of the...
They would be considered a ward of the U.S. military until they turn 18.
So, but that would mean, whatever they need them for, they can...
That's not what they do with them. That's not what they do with them.
It's just weird. It's weird.
They'll send them to boot camp and stuff like that. Because, it's 1 year. And if you enlist for 4, even if you're 17, that it just means that legally the U.S. military is responsible for you.
Oh, I thought it meant like, all right, we can whatever we want.
No, say like you're 17 and you want to go in and you ask your parents, it's just like, will you sign these papers so I can go in? And they're like, okay. And then you go off to boot camp. Then some training accident happens in boot camp. That means that the U.S. government, the U.S. military, is legally responsible for your death because they were, the war. And so the family would be entitled to extra compensation.
See, and shit like that, I would never get why people want to do stuff like that. I don't get it.
Makes a man out of you.
It makes people crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I know some people who's literally nuts.
Some people need it, some people don't. Some people need just a taste. Like 4 years was enough for me. I was like, okay. I mean, I realized what a whiny little bitch I was before I went in the Navy. I realized, I was like not taking personal responsibility for myself and stuff like that. I didn't find anything that I wanted to do until basically like 5 years after I got out of the Navy, which was this. And so, I mean, that made me like a late bloomer in many ways. And the military helped me order my life in a way so that I can start working towards a goal. The way in terms, it's like I'm a creative person, and every time I got in trouble in the military, it's because we don't allow creativity here. We don't understand it. It was like, this isn't for me. But I never would have helped create all of this if I hadn't done that, because I still would have been sitting on my ass in my basement playing video games all day long. Because that was my life before I went in the military.
That was crazy. I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I literally had text somebody a couple weeks ago, and it was like 2:00 in the morning, and I literally asked them, like, should I still be doing this? Like, cause I really, like, I don't know, I was in the mood, and I was like, should I still be doing it?
Yeah.
And they honestly told me, like, for you to sit there and just say the stuff that you say, like, they was like, I have to listen to shit you say like twice to be like, what the fuck, to understand what you're saying or get what you said, and you just say that shit off the top of your head.
Yeah. Why
would you quit doing that? Like, that's something you're not even trying to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand where you come from. It's like it changed you. Like, it's something. That wouldn't have changed me. That would have made me hate the government even more.
I did. It's not like I came out of it with any love for the government. People assume that because I'm conservative, and I don't think they're ever going to impeach Trump, by the way. I was holding my tongue earlier.
Well, you really don't think so?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
They said they caught him red-handed.
I know they said that, but they didn't.
And it's weird. I was watching, did you watch the Chappelle comedy?
Yes. So excellent.
That was like
it was so good.
Oh my gosh, he's a fucking genius.
He's a genius. If we did a show on Lost in the Long Box of like if we had a Mount Rushmore for like comic book creators, who would be the 4 people on Mount Rushmore? And sometimes I think about like comedians that should be on a comedian Mount Rushmore, and I'm just like, after that special, I was like, Dave Chappelle's definitely on the Mount Rushmore.
I watched it, and I was like, this shit is, because one is jokes, but it's spot on. Like,
it's spot on, and it's challenging. I mean, one of the jokes, he points directly at the audience. It's like, I am making fun of you. I'm making fun of you.
This is you. Like, and then looked at the camera and was like, if you don't like this, just remember,
you can turn it off.
You clicked on my fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tell you to watch this shit.
Exactly.
Like, it was so perfect. It was well organized. It was like,
I don't know if you want to talk about all that, but I mean, it's like the Rotten Tomatoes scores. The reviewers, the people who write reviews, they gave it like something like, I think, at 35% rating.
Are you serious?
Yes. The quote-unquote critics panned it. They said it was sexist, racist, homophobic, anti-trans, and stuff like that.
They won't none of that.
But the audience rating, which means everybody who watched it, anybody who's not a critic, loved it. It's at like 99% approval.
Because it was spot on. It was like,
it was excellent.
It was a person literally telling the truth, jokingly.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, Netflix invites people into your living room. And when you are sitting there in your living room and you sitting there and you click on Dave Chappelle's face, you're inviting Dave into your living room. And so, and then all of a sudden he says something about trans people and you're just like, you know, kick him out of your house and be done with it, you know? And you don't actually have to have the awkward moment with Dave's like, look, Dave, I need you to get out of my house. And he's like, but I'm Dave Chappelle. And you're just like, I'm sorry. You don't have to just boop.
Turn it off.
It's a button. Instead, you're sitting there. I'm going to leave it on and live tweet how pissed off this is making me right now. And those people are in control of social media and Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. And that's what it sounds like the people want. And no, there's a very small minority of whiny little, and I'm gonna be honest, and I don't want to sound racist or nothing like that, but it's mainly white women who are doing this. There's like they feel they got this white guilt going on, and they're just like, and it's almost like I don't want to get in racial, or, you know, but I mean they have this obsession with black people, you know, and they've had it for a while, and they also have an obsession with these misunderstood groups, trans people, mentally ill people, and they have all these causes like I want to save the planet. Yeah, that's a noble cause to want to have, but you know how extreme are you going to get about it?
Yeah.
And so then you got these in order to screw one of these white women, these liberal, educated white women who have good jobs, you need to have some beta males like, yeah, honey, I agree, yeah. Absolutely, I totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Dave Chappelle is so offensive. I didn't find that funny at all.
What?
When every time I laughed during it, I was thinking about this other comedy special. Who is that? That Ali Wong? Yeah, I was thinking about her special.
I think he was spot on. I think
he was
perfect,
absolutely,
and perfectly presented, and all that shit. As a matter of fact, this brings me to another point. I have a question. Like, I was in New York, and I was with these people, and they were talking like, I don't know how we got on the subject, but they were talking shit. And one of the dudes said they feel like white people are killing their own self off because the younger generation of like white children and all this stuff, they're coming towards the black culture. They want to date black people, all this, and they're having more children that are mixed kids. But once you're mixed, you're not considered white and black. You're just immediately considered black.
Yeah.
So it's more of mixed children being born versus white people being born. And I was like, and it really took me for a loop, because when you really think about it, that's really like the younger generation.
It's like I said,
everybody listens to black people music. Rap music is what the fuck everybody listens to now.
Well, I mean, and there's nothing new about that. I mean, that's been going on since the slavery days. You know, gospel singers in churches. In the South, it migrated really quickly to white churches, gospel sound. And so, and then you got Elvis. What else? Like jazz in the 30s and stuff like that. It's because it's good culture. It's excellent culture because it's born from all this pain and hardship and stuff like that. And that's why it's excellent art. And so, it's okay to like that art and stuff like that. But a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's like, why am I so lame and white? You know, and it's like these people who hate themselves because of the skin they were born in. You know, and I think that, you know, that's dangerous. It's nothing like slavery, obviously, but I mean, it's a self-loathing thing where the only way I could be cool or accepted by society is to be in an interracial relationship or to, you know, have mixed children or something like that.
But but my question to you is like, from black person to white person, do you feel that the more the generation grows, it's going to grow more towards black? Like, because you got to think, like, most younger white women want that. Like, they want that rap culture. They want that. Most young white men want to rap, and that's where you get the Slim Jesuses and
the Eminems and such.
Yeah, like
the
and it's really growing. Like, really, if people really pay attention to it, that's what's really growing. That black entertainment music.
Well, I think since the civil rights movement, I think that black and white have become truly equal. There were growing pains since then, obviously. and we have really become more integrated, and truly integrated to the point where our culture, our skin tones, our thoughts and ideas are going to start merging. And I think that's the point of the big mixing pot of the United States, and that's because black culture has become assimilated. That's what I was thinking of, in American culture, and even like Hispanic culture is starting to become more assimilated into American culture because
But my thing is like, does it make you think that like the white culture is like dying out and it's about to just become one thing? Like it's just literally about to be.
Yes, I think that there's a big lack of identitarian white culture. Black people it's okay for them to go around saying, I'm black and I'm proud, and everyone's like, yeah. But anybody who's white and goes out there, I'm white and I'm proud, they're like, you're a Nazi.
Or racist. Yeah.
You're a Nazi or a racist. And so that has really put a hindrance upon white culture, such as it is, or such as it ever was.
I mean, to me, it's like it's becoming reverse racism. If a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but it is what it is. Like,
yeah. But I mean,
that's my personal thing. You know what I'm saying? That is an area of people, but I think like white people had it, and now like, because after watching that show too, is when he was talking about like the crack epidemic and how people was
now he's talking about the opioid crisis.
It's like, oh, they're not criminals, they're sick.
Yeah. How hard is it to say no? And he's like, it's like, I'm treating the white people like like the white people treated us during the 80s.
When you think about that, then you hear then I'm thinking like, okay, I just watched this, and then I was just in New York and just hearing these people, like, I was up there with people who like police officers, brain surgeons, like, and they just in there chilling, talking about this shit. And this is some shit I ain't used to. I'm not political. I'm not used to sitting there with a group of people talking about this type shit. So I'm more so just listening. And for them to be like, man, you gotta understand, like, that shit, it's taking over the black music, the rap, the hip hop, the R&B, like, that shit is completely taking over. You have a homosexual black man making country music.
Yeah.
Like, it's
that dude from Hootie and the Blowfish is killing it.
It's crazy. Like but it's the truth of life. Like what's happening now. It's been happening, but now it's to a point of like, this is literally what happened. Like, I remember being young, and Ellen was the first person to come out on TV gay. And
I mean, and it was sort of okay. I mean, I still hear these sexist and racist. I mean, and they're usually old people, and I can't stand them.
I watched fucking Rocko's Modern Life. They just made a movie about it, and Mr. and Mrs. Bighead's son was transgender, like, on the movie.
See,
And this shit is like, now they just putting it out there now. Like, it's fuck it. Like,
well, I mean, a lot of people have been complaining about these, like, like these films that are coming out lately. It's like, they're pushing diversity more than story and stuff like that. And I think one of the biggest things is, did you see Avengers Endgame?
Uh-huh.
All right, there's like one scene where all the girls showed up, and they all do this pose, and it's just like girl power, and it's like, and that was the only point of that scene. It wasn't relevant to the story. It was it's all about what they call virtue signaling. It's like, look, girls can be badasses too.
Yeah, it was the part where Spider-Man had the glove, and he gave it to Captain Amazing, and then it was like, well, what are you gonna do? And then all the bitches showed up. We got this. Like, like, what the fuck was that about? Like,
because I mean, it doesn't even make sense
at all. Well, first thing I was thinking, look, there you go, bitches always gotta take over something. That's how I looked at it.
Well, let's take Black Widow, for example. Normal human being. No superpowers. Sure, a few gadgets. Sure, maybe some armor. Fine. There's no way she's punching mutant monsters. That's Scarlett Johansson. We're talking about a 140-pound woman, maybe. You know, with their tiny little sexy arms. You know, she's punching these huge monsters and doing damage. It's like, get out of town. That girl is dead meat, and they should have got her out of there. You know?
They did it. They got her dead, didn't they?
Yeah. And I remember there was this one scene. Did you watch? I want to say I almost said Dragon Ball Z. Iron Fist. The Iron Fist show. They had was it Luke Cage? It was Luke Cage, where Misty Knight, after she lost her arm, she goes out in the bar and she's drinking with what's her name? I forget her name. But they're both like 140-pound women. You know, the Asian is obviously a little smaller and stuff like that. But they're, you know, she's a badass detective, you know, brawler, but she's got half an arm. And they get into this bar fight, and they're like, they take out like 6 guys, and there's just like, you know, that they're, you know, maybe 280 pounds between them. You know, taking out, you know, a ton of men. Yeah. A literal ton of men. And it just doesn't really make any sense. I don't know if you've ever seen men and women fighting, but...
Oh, trust me. I've been a man who's knocked the bitch out before.
It could very easily become abuse, you know?
Very quickly.
And so I think there's this... and that's why you see all these women now. They're all emboldened and empowered and probably never been in a fight in their life.
Ever.
Talking trash and talking like they're going to fight.
One thing I can give women versus men, women do have the power of the tongue, because that mouth, and this is black women, white women, Chinese women, Mexican women.
They know how to cut with it, yeah.
What?
They know how to cut with it.
And it's like men, like as a man can say like some hurtful shit. And a man will say just enough hurtful shit just to hurt for that moment.
Yeah.
The woman will say some shit that if they say it to that man,
like that little worm that they put in that dude's ear in Wrath of Khan.
You'll never fucking forget it. And they will say some shit that you can't go to sleep at night.
Yeah, you'll wake up in the middle
of the night like, oh my God, like.
Yep.
So that's one thing I never took that away from women. Like coming from like a man raised by his aunt and his grandmothers and stuff, they will say some shit.
Oh yeah.
And even when they say some shit, not mad sense. Now when they say some shit when they mad, that's their superpower. When they mad, saying some hurtful shit, that's the superpower. Just when they clock Kent, saying some hurtful shit, it still hurt.
Like underhanded stuff, you know? Yeah.
When they put that super cape on and be super mad and say the hurtful shit, like you bitches, they don't, and they have no stop. Like you can't stop them. You can't just be like, I'm not. You got it. You win.
I'm not debating the fact that women are powerful, amazing creatures. I mean, they're magic. They can create life. They grow babies inside of them. That blows my mind. All right, and terrifies me. I am so glad I was born a man, because everything I've read about pregnancy, I was like, oh my God, how can I protect you? Is there anything I can do for you? That's how I feel about women. And it's not about, chauvinism or anything like that. It's like, you are responsible for the perpetuation of the species. We need to protect you because we are just, you just need one of us. You just need one of us.
One. We need all of y'all.
Right.
If it weren't no bitches, it wouldn't be no men. Like, and it's crazy because from the Bible, Adam came first, so it's weird. Like, it's all weird to me.
I think it was because he's like, and he told Adam, and lo, after God created Adam, he told Adam to just like go and prepare forth a nice place that she's not gonna bitch about, because I'm gonna take your rib. And she's gonna come in there. She's gonna be like, we need to move stuff around. I don't like this spot. It's like, why can't we eat from that tree?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah. Like, the first thing she said was like, what you mean I can't eat from this motherfucking tree? First of all, nigga, you're not gonna tell me what I can and can't eat. Like, you got me fucked up. I will bite this fucking tree if I want to. The snake told me it was cool. Who are you?
Adam's like, what snake?
So they've been saying fuck men from day one. Like, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. And it is crazy.
Well, I mean, that whole instinct, though, it's about the future. There's like, we need, in order for us to continue, we need protection, we need safety and shelter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And if you let men do whatever they want to do, they're just going to wander around and just
do whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to hang out here by the blueberry bush and masturbate, you know.
I'm literally, like, I can literally say, if I didn't have, like, the women I have in my life, not like saying relationship women and shit, like I'm in a bunch of relationships, like, just like aunts, my girl, my baby mothers, like
the babysitter who slapped me when I was 6.
If I didn't have them women in my life, I'd been dead.
Get dead or in jail,
Been bankrupt, I'd have been fucked. You talk to a person who can't even fill out his own shit, like, I don't know nothing about this. Like, I don't feel I have to do this. You got me. This is you're great at this.
Yeah.
You're amazing at this. I will give you everything you want because you can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I've written books, but I can't do my own taxes.
Yeah, like I have in my house, I have a tote full of rhymes, and I've been going through the rhymes, doing them. Like, I don't even know when I'm gonna put none of this shit out, but just been doing those rhymes because it's taking up space.
Right.
And I don't want to throw them away.
Yeah.
So now I'm literally...
You want to use them and then get rid of them.
And then throw them away. And I don't even know where I was going with that. I really had a point behind that.
Wait, because you need somebody to organize them or something?
To have me organized, like...
Yeah. But this rhyme could go with that one.
Like, just do this, do that, do
because
this.
I'm sure a bunch of this is like stuff that's scribbled on like index cards or little pieces of paper, little
Most
notebooks.
of it's on the back of medical request forms from the jail, and all that shit from the jail. I'm just writing rhymes, like I can literally think of all this.
Yeah.
But you send me to the hospital and tell me to write my paperwork about my social security, my
what's
birthday.
my social security?
Yeah, that's the point I was getting.
Yeah.
Like, I can literally write pages and pages and pages and pages
rhymes,
of thoughts.
But don't know your own medical history.
But you ask me how much you make an hour, how much you get paid the last 5 weeks back. I have no fucking clue. Like, I don't know. Like, what's your social? Don't you know it? Like, I don't fucking, where's your birth certificate? I don't know. Like,
I went to the DMV once. I had to go outside and check my license plate.
I'm 33 years old. My aunt is 61. I want. She's 60 or she's 60, about to turn 61, or 61, about to turn 60. Till this day, she still has my birth certificate in her folder. Because if I had it, I wouldn't have the birth certificate or social security card. I would not have.
I'll just hold on to this for you.
I would not have that. Like,
yeah, that's kind of important paperwork.
And they're way more organized. Like, they get it.
Yeah, my mom would give me a little organizer, like those filing cabinet folder things. Like, here, organize your shit.
Oh, I have plenty of those.
Well, not just throw it.
I have binders.
Yeah.
That's been given to me. Like, just put your raps in here. That way, because you wrote the numbers on the pages of the raps that go together. Yeah. You think I have 10 binders in one bucket, empty, and a tote full of raps. Unorganized pages that every time I want to go through and find a rap, I have to go through all of them because I got them labeled and paged, but they're all just misorganized. When I've been told 100 times, put them all in this folder. When you go through them, because I will spend a day going through them, having them all together, and throw them back in the tote.
Yeah.
Like, so we need women.
Like, obviously,
we need more than just pussy. Like, it's just.
Oh yeah, I need them badly. I need them very badly. But I mean, yeah.
But it's still at the same time, some of these bitches ain't shit, and I'm gonna say that personally. Some of you bitches ain't shit.
Yeah. They are. They do seem arrogant these days.
No, not all women are great women.
Yeah.
Some of you bitches ain't shit, but for the majority. I can't even give y'all the majority because it's nowadays a lot of you bitches ain't shit. But before, I'll give all you before bitches.
Well, I mean, I think it was different.
Yeah, it was a different time though.
Like in the 90s and stuff like that.
Yeah. You gotta think we from that era. We not from this era. This era. I mean, we're living in this era. But
do you remember party lines?
Party lines?
Yeah.
What is that? Nah, I don't.
Party lines were like in the 90s. It's like it'd be like an 800 or 900 number that you can call up and like talk to people.
Oh yeah.
It was It was like the very first chat room. Other than bulletin board.
Why did you just say the 1-800 numbers?
The 1-800
or 1-900 numbers. That's what they call it.
1-900 or 800. And they even had like local ones for your area and stuff like that. And when I was in the Navy, that was the late 90s, and so I joined this one. And it was kind of like the birth of the internet in many ways, because at the time the internet was just starting and stuff like that. And so I call these party lines, and you don't know who these people are, and they leave these messages, and they try to sex it up, and they're like, hey, it was basically the first Tinder, really, in many ways. And so you can get into these multi-people rooms and have like conversations and stuff like that, but you could also like listen to messages, people's profile messages, and leave them a message and stuff like that. And then you could send stuff back and forth, and you get an alert, and you'd use your touch tone phone to access the menus and everything like that. And they were sketchy people. They were sketchy people. And then AOL came around, and then it's like all of a sudden, it's like chat rooms pop up, and you're sitting there in the chat room and just like, yeah, I like Captain America too. Hey, did you read number 263? And it's like, these are sketchy people.
But when the first chat rooms came up, like before they had the cameras and shit to see who the fuck you're talking to, you don't know who the fuck you're talking to.
Exactly. And now you get the catfishing, right? Yeah, you get people who use like other people's pictures, and now it's like it's sketchy people. I mean, it's always been like this, ever since the bulletin board days. People sit there like type it up. It's like, hey, I want to meet a nice girl. It's like, okay, send me some pictures, and then you got to sit there and like send a like 3-hour upload to send your a bitmap photograph you scanned to this girl, and then you're sitting there, you're downloaded. You take 3 hours, you go to work. You come back from work and there's a picture. It's like, holy shit, I can't believe I used all that time on AOL to download this ugly bitch's picture.
Oh my God.
You remember them days?
I remember. What dial-up? You had to listen to that annoying ass sound for the computer to dial up. The running man, and then the hands when you finally got there. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, we made it.
We did.
Man, we made it. Just me and you.
Absolutely. That took me a few beers to loosen me up.
That's professionalism now.
Mm-hmm.
Drunk professionalism.
Well,
if that's the thing.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do. I mean, when I write, I need a few of these in me, and I think it's very rewarding. But my liver has a very, very valid grievance. And so there is that.
I think now I'm going to start just writing me some bulletins just in case one of these scenarios happen. Because I'm just used to coming in here and whatever.
Well, yeah. I do want to go over, it's like I was... What should be the title? And we need this information.
No call, no show.
No call, no show?
Yeah, no call, no show.
No show. Yeah. All right, and there needs to be a tagline.
Madman and duck sauce held it down.
And duck sauce.
Held it down.
My hood is a cesspool. Move, I'll be the best move. Shoot out nigga, that's cool. Break and do house, take the best juice. If you dribble, you succeed.
All right, in the summary, I got Spark the Beat and Doritos, foreign nations and currency, American black and white culture, men and women.
I think for the last two shows, I think we've really gotten kind of more. Oh, that brings me. Oh, I'm gonna read this. And this is so weird. I guess somebody watched my last show. Hey, Young Fox Sauce. I am David, the former chief programming officer for CNN, now the co-founder of live stream news network called HAPS. Then they got the hashtag at Haps News. I shouldn't have said it because they're not paying me. I shouldn't even shouted that out. But I came across your profile and I felt compelled to reach out to you because I believe you would directly connect with our mission. We are living in a deeply divided world. All right, we're going to pass all this. Point blank and simple. Let's get to the bottom.
Yeah, what's he got? What's he selling?
He wants me to join them to talk about current subjects worldwide. In my news career, Channel One News, CNN, Current TV, I helped to develop major news personalities, including, he's naming a bunch of people. I'm reaching out to you because I think you would be a great addition to our community, and I want to personally invite you to become a member to help us reinvent live news by participating in the world's first virtual newsroom.
What are you still doing here?
Because because this is one thing about it. I'll do it if we can do it from here. When somebody offer you to come here and do this, let's do this news thing. So you watch what I did. You like what I did. You like it? Okay. Love it. I'll do it. Let me do it from home. Don't make me leave home to go do it with you when you can bring your house to my house and make my house a bigger house.
Yeah, I would say that to Ben Shapiro, but I don't think he's moving out of LA.
No, I'm not telling you to move out of LA, but if you can have it's live stream, it's over the internet. So if you can do that there, do it here.
I can give you some advice about that off the air.
Oh, all right, yeah. I mean, we 4 minutes over. Thank y'all for joining RyteSideRadio. Madman is Mondays, Tuesdays?
Tuesday nights, 6 o'clock.
There we go.
That's when we go live. Just if you listen to your podcast, go on your podcaster, whatever podcast thing you use, and search for Shock Monkey Radio. That's the show I'm on. If you want more of my nonsense. Yeah.
And we out.
We're out. Oh, I forgot the little outro thing. Oh well, we'll just leave it with that one.
All right, fuck.
Spit. I swear to God, it's spit. Look how that bitch spit.